The big news about Janet Duggar's wedding is coming up today. And trust us, there's a lot to talk about first. Next, we'll talk about Jill Duggar. It was put in an odd place in the back of the family pictures from Jan's beautiful wedding. Jill wasn't really in the lead and center, and we have some ideas about. Then we'll look at a sweet look at a rare moment. Video footage caught Josie Duggars showing up at the wedding, having fun. You'll miss it in a blink. That moment tells us a lot about the bond of the Duggar family, but that's not all. We'll also be talking about a funny but that's been going around. A confusing subject online, trying to find every single member of that huge Duggar family picture. If you've ever been lost, if you want to know who's who, we have a name. Take a picture to help things make sense, we're finally breaking the rule to at least try to. Write down the most surprising fact from Jana's wedding seating for Anna Duggar, setting up at the reception. Besides, was she sitting in a row by herself? One of the sisters, but she was also what does not appear in the family picture. What does this say about her relationship with the Duggar? And what are their real names? Thoughts on her, especially about her help for Josh at all times. We're getting into it all, so stay tuned. Today we're going to talk about something that made everyone talk, the Jill Duggar. It was put in an odd place in the back of the pics of Janet Duggar's family. You may have seen a beautiful wedding. There wasn't much of Jill in the picture, and we have some ideas about why that might be. You might want to stay until we figure this out. The newest Duggar story in the beautiful Janet released pictures from her wedding. The standard and beautiful wedding won by Duggar. Everyone was interested in something Jill. How Duggar is positioned in the group shots. Put Jill's presence in the back. Was a little less obvious than she was. Brothers. But why do some fans wonder? That Jill's clothes pick out a dress that shows that her knees might be the cause. After all, in the Duggar home, being humble is important. And Jim Bob most likely wasn't too happy about going bare in front of the family. Pictures of Jim Bob looking through the wedding book wide-eyed at what his view as a breach of the strict. He has had rules about humility for years. You can almost hear him saying, look, all of these I brought up as he thinks Michelle is to blame for not following their family's rules. You can feel the stress, and it's clear that not even a wedding could get away from hidden plot in Duggar that some fans couldn't help but making fun of the fact that Jim Bob might have. Everyone was lined up with their partner. Prom night moved them quickly through how photos are made. The thought that a big family had to pose for a lot of pictures. Pictures of each child with their thoughts of family are tiring enough, but they still found a way to smile. Even if there were some smiles, others are under more stress. Jill looking up, tall and proud. Even though they were pushed to the back, could have been wear a little to make her own statement. Black dress that isn't the ultra-conservative clothes that her family is well known for. Jill seemed to be showing off her newfound freedom to some fans. Even thought that her pickup, the clothes they wore were meant to show Jim Bob that he can no longer control her. And even though her husband Derek looked like he was better ready for court, looked better than a wedding, that much is clear. That the two are making their own, yes, even if it means making a few people angry. Feathers as Jana's room fills with dust. Wedding, one thing is for sure. The DR. The dynamics of a family are as difficult as ever. Jill's choice of clothes and her where things are in the pictures might look like. It's the little things that say a lot about the changing tides in the family. What do you think Jill was making? A claim? Or was it all just by chance? We have a special next. A look at Jana's recent wedding. The Duggar were surprised that a touching moment was caught on video. Jan's little sister, the Josie Duggar, who doesn't always show up in public, was seen in a blink and set turn during the wedding party. Stick to. Join us as we dive into this touching what the scene shows about the Duggar family's link. The Janet Duggars, the wedding in Arkansas to Stephen Wisman was nothing less than a fairy tale with love, fun, and family. While it was clear that the spotlight was on the happy couple, key night fans noticed something unique about one of the videos from the event that were shared. Stephen's sister Alia Goldie Wisman put up a bunch of cute pictures and videos, Instagram posts with clips honoring the newlyweds. Her comment showed how happy she was of seeing God's plan come together. Some of the lovely times she shared, the couple sealed their vows with a kiss on video. But if you look closely, you'll see someone you know. Face behind you. Josie Duggar, 14, wore. Josie could be seen in a light pink dress. She stood there with a huge smile on her face. Behind the couple during their first kiss, embrace her face was filled with pure happiness. She looks very happy to see her big sister, Jana, start this brand new part of her life. This short but important appearance by, it was nice to remember Josie. Strong bond between the Duggar. Even as they get older, brothers still share it. Start their own children. Josie, who is known for being one of the youngest Duggar kids, has mostly stayed out of the public eye in the last few years. She was so happy and interested at Jan's wedding is a rare treat for fans of the It's times like these Duggar family that help us remember how important family and how the Duggar kept going to help each other through life's marks important events. And there you have it, in a surprise but touching moment from the wedding of Jana Duggar with her Josie, little sister. It's always fun to see the little Duggar kids taking part in seeing how happy their older brothers were, and this moment was no different. What did you like how rarely Josie showed up? After that, we'll get into a funny but a somewhat unclear subject that has been being talked about on the internet, trying to name every single person in that huge picture of the Duggar family taken in January, the wedding of Duggar and Stephen Wyman. If you've ever found yourself staring at when you scratch your family picture, Duggar, and you're not sure who's who, don't worry. You're not the only one. We have a label of this picture should help make things clear. Or try to. So let's break it. We've all seen that huge family picture. And while most of us can stop Jim, Bob, and Michelle with ease, the lost girls are there. And the little boys who really get everyone off. I've tried my hand at putting a name on every family member. And trust me, it wasn't easy. The worst part, trying to find the lost girls look like Duggar. And it's really hard to tell them apart, but I tried my best. So let's hope I got it right. Now, when it comes to the boys, I think Michael was the only M kid there. The oldest, but some fans with sharp eyes emphasized that it might really be James. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. The boy with dark hair behind Little Fern, Spurgeon, and the boy with blonde hair, who is there? Henry is right next to him. But someone said it might not be Marcus. Michael, so feel free to correct me in the notes, and don't forget that there have been rumors about Jill Duggar. Some fans were at the wedding. I thought Jill wasn't invited since there wasn't a girl who started reports of a fight between her and Jan. But take a greater look. Jill is there for sure. Which is why she wasn't a girl. But she might have been.